Hello and welcome to another episode of Game On. I'm your host Slashtraptor, and today we're going to continue playing Paper Mario, and we have just acquired the Pulse Stone, which is the key to finding the Dry Ruins. So now we basically just have to wander around in the desert until it starts flashing. I'm pretty sure it'll be in one of these higher up places, so let's go do that. I'm going to try and avoid these fights because it's not really worth anything right now. I'm only going to get one from each one, and I don't want to have to waste any of my star power and stuff before we get to the ruins. Now, it's currently flashing once, and if it leaves the screen at any point in time, then you'll know that you're going the wrong direction. So let's see what happens when I get closer to this entrance here. Oh my god. Wow, we're gonna at least get into one battle here! Oh my god. 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 I want that fire flower, but I can't get past them. Alright, fine. I'll fight each and every one of you if I have to. You hear me? Every one of you! This is where the spike shield would be immensely useful because I could jump on them. I think you get the spike shield right as you get into the Dry Ruins though, so we shouldn't have to wait too long without it. See here, I'm getting one from each one now. That's what I'm talking about, because I already leveled up in this area, which means that now they're only going to give me one star point for everything. If I had never leveled up here, I would still be getting points. But then I would have made it to the Dry Ruins without having with a half level, and then I would have gotten less. See here, look. Here's your spell kicking in. The spell increases the number of coins you win by a significant amount, actually. It's a shame you can't fight all of them at once and just have like two battles combined. Like this one plus the last one could have meant I would have one battle with 4 enemies, and all of them would have been eliminated just like that. I think that would have been kind of an interesting tactic. I mean, it doesn't really matter. These guys are relatively easy. However, I can get pretty seriously damaged if I'm not careful, because, you know, they can summon more, and I'm going to try not to use any FP because I want to make sure I have as many healing items as I can possibly carry for that one, so that when I go to the ruins, I'll be ready to go. Which means I have to fend for myself without wasting very much, which is why I'm only using my normal attacks, because they don't cost FP. Oh, okay, I have to get rid of something. What am I going to get rid of? Let's get rid of... I'm going to eat this, which will give me room to pick up this one. There. Now I'm going to drink my honey syrup, which will give me room to pick up this one. You are pretty much faster than these things, so you don't really have to worry about them catching you. But I think we need to go this way, because it's getting faster now. The entrance to Dry Ruins is, like I mentioned earlier, it's a big rock in the middle of a completely blank expanse. And when you get there, you'll look at the rock, and there's this little nook on it that you can insert the stone into. So even if you didn't have the Pulse Stone, you could still find the entrance to it, but you need the Pulse Stone to put into that little nook. It's just implied that it's the fastest way to find it because it gives you a guide. Once you've played the game multiple times, obviously you'll learn how to find it on your own, but you still need the stone to get in there. You can find it all you want, but you can't go there until you have the stone. The Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Kidney Stones. Leave me alone! Notice how I spun like that before the battle? There is a badge, I believe I already have it, that you can use to make enemies dizzy, and by spinning into them when they're in the field like that. And then when you enter the battle, they'll remain dizzy, and it counts as like a first strike thing. However, that takes up about 2 whole BP, and it's not really that much of a useful thing. It really depends on what kind of player you are. Like, the way I played this game last time was much more successful than the other ways I've played it in the past. So from now on, I'm going to play it this way. I've gotten much more strategical because I was playing a lot of Final Fantasy games before I played this last time, And now I'm recording it now because everything is still fresh in my mind. Oh, thank you, Merly. You're gonna make me have an extra 4 points. See, that's what she does. That's my favorite thing. However, it's usually much better when she does it when you don't have, say, 2. I've had her double my star points from several bosses, and it's just so useful. Because you can get from anywhere from 30 to 40 from just one boss, and then doubled you'll get like 80. One of the best thing I can think of is that will happen right when you're about to fight, right after you fight the Amazy Daisy. And what the Amazy Daisy is it's one enemy that's found in Chapter 6 that is stronger than any other enemy. It doesn't necessarily do more damage, but it's very likely for it to run away from you. And if you find it and defeat it before it runs away, you'll earn at least 50 or so star points just from that one battle. And if she doubles that, you'll get an instant level up. That never happened to me, but I did beat the Amazy Daisy in my last playthrough, and I got a whole mess of them. So now we found the entrance to the Dry Ruins. It wasn't really that difficult. Now the Dry Ruins is kind of a maze, but it's not terribly difficult. It's not much harder than the Koopabrill's Fortress, based on its dungeon. Actually, none of the dungeons in this place are terribly hard. You don't really get lost in them very easily. I'd say the hardest one is the Forever Forest. Well, it's not really hard, but it's the most irritating one, I would say. So now we're going to fully heal ourselves right here, because that appears just because it does. And now we want to switch to Goombario, so that we'll be ready to use him to tattle on the new enemies we'll run into in here. And there should be a save block around here somewhere. So let's enter the ruins.
I am the huge scary Tutankoopa, remorseless king of desert. Who dares set foot in this, my palace of the sands? Speak and be known. Be gone from this place now, or disaster will befall you.
Yeah, that's great. You done? Okay, so now right in one of these tombs here, we should find our Spike Shield badge. There it is, right behind this mummy Koopa. This is a Poke Mummy. Poke Mummies are Pokies that dried out, became mummies, then went to live in the ruins. Max HP 4, attack power 2. Careful, they have spikes on their heads. Trust me, it'll hurt if you jump on them. The mummification also made them poisonous. If you get poisoned when they attack you, you'll take damage for a while. What do you say we beat them before they can poison us? It's a brilliant deduction there, Goombario. These guys are exactly the same as the ones in the desert, except they can poison you. And just apart from that, they're exactly the same. I don't know if they summon more to the battle, but I think they do. Poison doesn't lower your damage at all, but it just means you'll take damage for the amount of turns there, and they can keep re-poisoning you, which is really irritating. If you block it, I think it'll still poison you too. So, but I don't think it's like Pokemon where you get more poison damage with every turn that passes while you're still petrified. Or I mean, not poisoned. I don't know where I got the word petrified from. Now we have the Spike Shield badge, so after this battle I can put that on and it'll be very helpful. Quake Hammer attack. Yeah! Power Shell attack. Ha! Four star points. Yay. Alright, badges. Haven't done this in a while. All badges, none of the BP. Okay, let's take off all of my badges for now. Wow, I don't have much on, actually. It's kind of limiting. This damage dodge is taking up most of it because I've only got 6 BP. So for right now, let's take off the close call badge because I won't really need it as long as I'm careful. But the refund badge I still want because you get so much money for it. I mean, you can get so much more money with it on. So let's put on the Spike Shield now, and then my next level we'll put into BP. But that'll have to wait for the next episode of Game On. I'm just gonna finish this one episode here, this one battle here. And now that we've got the spike shield, look what I can do. Hiya! Hiya! Now that does not affect Goombario or Parakarry, or Bombette, I think, but Cooper can always attack them because his attack is like the hammer, so. Oh, I'm poisoned! Refresh also removes any status ailments you've got on you, but again, it'll go away on its own at the end of a battle, so you don't really have to worry about it. Piss off! Ah, here we go. Now she's gonna pop up and do something useful for a change. Double the points! 12! Not too bad. I'm not exactly sure how many times she appears. Like, there's probably a set number based on how much you paid. I paid for the most expensive one, so we'll see how much that's worth in the end. But that's about it for this episode of Game On. Like I said, I'm going to continue right where we left off in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, peace out, and as always, Game On. Bye-bye.